Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. Last time, we did some stuff in the nether. We made the QED and some other things, I believe. I've been getting some spruce stuff. I bought a spruce sapling in the market and I got a bunch of leaves. And I'm just letting it go. I basically told the planter you can set filters and all this, and you can set consume stacks. I don't want it to take all of the saplings, which is why I'm doing this. But I have red is going to be, so this corner, so this little bit of area is going to be nothing but spruce saplings, which I had some bone meal, and I was just making the mega saplings, or rather the mega spruce trees. This is slowly going, and yeah. What all did we do last time? I don't even remember. We did a lot of work in the nether, and that's pretty much it. What did we do? I know what we need to do. Oh yeah, we did storage wars. That's right. So we made a whole bunch of stuff in this, and I actually went down, grabbed a bunch of lava, and hooked it up to our smeltery. And I also raised the smeltery by one. I had a lot of stuff, so I separated the chest of metal ingots, or just ingots in general. And as you can see, I have 26 blocks of iron plus 31, so I have a lot of iron. So yeah, that is pretty much what I needed. Actually, I'm thinking this stuff. You know, I don't need bronze all that often. This is a tinker's construct, so let's grab this stuff. This stuff would be better off in here. Enderium and lumium when we make that, and then signalum. So yeah, I spent some time. I have our signalum pickaxe. It is slowly getting more durability. It also has about 400 blocks left until it levels up. I was mining in the nether again, so we'll probably go there and try to get some Tinker Toy stuff. Try to get some cobalt, and then there'll be the manual quest. But first, we're going to try to get into Botania a little bit. So there is a full quest line of botanical engineering. And the first thing was to get podzol. We're going to need a lot of podzol in order to grow stuff. And also, well, we look at the uses of the mystical white flowers. You can make a whole bunch of different flowers by crop mutations, or you can use podzol to sift, and they're relatively common drops. So it's kind of up to you. But that's the reason that I was shearing the leaves off of the spruce trees. So yeah, we have over 6 stacks of spruce leaves, so we should be able to do some work with that. But definitely one of the first things we're going to need is to start growing the white seeds. And so I don't believe you have to hoe it or anything. I don't even think these need water, but we'll go ahead and put that there. It's already started to grow a little bit. We can watering can it, but this is slow. Let's go grab some bone meal, and we are going to jump into Botania, mostly because, well, we need a lot of redstone to upgrade our power, and I don't have it yet, so we'll do some other stuff while we're waiting. That's going to be a lot of what all of this stuff is. We're going to get into Botania today, but eventually I'm going to set up a much... basically, there's going to be a little bit of a platform that's nothing but Botania, and that's going to be a little bit more important. So that gives you mystical white flowers, petals. So let's get... we're going to need at least 4. I know that. So let's take a look at what this wants us to make. So it wants us to make a petal apothecary. This is one of the most important blocks. There's like 4 really important blocks. This is one of them in Botania. So it shouldn't be too bad to make. Petal apothecary. You can make a whole bunch of different colors. just by getting different stones. Don't really care about that, but it requires one flower petal and some stone. It's pretty easy, but it is incredibly basic. So let's go ahead and do this. So there's that, and that. So there's the petal apothecary. That's going to be the quest, and we're going to use some light blue petals as well. So the petal apothecary, you want to set this next to an infinite spring, which we don't have over here. Alright, so let's make one. Let's just do this. And this. We don't actually need that cobblestone, so let's get rid of it. I need to go grab a bucket of water. And we can do this. So the petal apothecary allows you to make flowers. There are only a certain number of flowers you can do in the petal apothecary, just because there's only a certain number of flowers. Duh. It's not like the biggest thing that you'll use in Botania, but it's very important, especially early on, just to make all of the different flowers that are going to be kind of the production. And some of them are really, really, really complicated. Oh, hey, this has the mana petals. Alright, so I'm used to a newer version of Botania, but this will be fine. But anyways, it wants us to make a pure daisy. Pure daisies are super important. We are going to need some seeds. Well, I have all this wheat here, so let's just grab some seeds. So the petal apothecary, it's pretty easy. You throw in the flower petals or whatever the recipe is. And not all of them went in, did they? Okay, I just couldn't see all of them. And there's the pure daisy. So now we need to make a living rock and a living wood. Well, we'll just do this over here, because why not? We do need to put this on dirt. So grab a piece of dirt. Later on we can make floating flowers, which can live basically wherever, but for now all the flowers have to be planted in dirt, soil, and we need some stone and some the other thing, wood. There we go. Wood will be easy enough. I'm actually going to grab a little bit of wood, so let's just grab 8 pieces of wood from our setup here. We have so much wood, and basically you just place down the wood around it. It's super simple, super easy, and then the pure daisy will do its work. It takes about 30 seconds to a minute. It's not that bad, but it's bad enough. So we'll just come over here and let's put that in there. Let's get a stack of stone cooking up. And you know what? While we're waiting, let's take 4 podzol and let's start sifting this just to try to get some other flowers. So see if we get anything. Oh wow, we just got 3 colors. Yellow, purple. Wow, this is actually really nice. Unfortunately, I don't see any of the good flowers that we need. So what do we get? Pink. Wow, we got a lot of stuff. We need a couple chests, so could use a slightly larger chest. I don't really want to though. I have so much stuff. This, by the way, is all of the ores I was getting from mining. We have a lot of ores now from the Nether. That's good though. I will continue to get more ores as we go. But let's just get a little bit of wood. We'll make some chests. This will be the Botania chest for right now. And as you can see, these guys just converted. So let's do flowers and then everything else. This will all be moved later, but for now, it's good enough. Alright, so we'll put the seeds in there, the extra podzol. Cool. So just gotta harvest this stuff and yeah, now we have living wood. Living wood is super useful. It's used in a lot of stuff, but something that's a little bit more commonly used is living rock. And that is what we want right now. We have 25. I'll come get the rest of that later. And just like living wood, living rock, you just place it around the pure daisy, and it will start sparkling. It takes it a little bit, but it will get there. Let's get a stack of wood to put in here as well. We're gonna have so much wood. It's so nice to have this up and running. It's gonna give us plenty of dirt eventually. I could expand this. Right now, though, resources are a little thin, so meh. Is there any other good ways to get dirt? What are some other recipes for dirt? So, sludge boilers. That's pretty much it. Can we get like compressed dirt or something? Probably not. So yeah, this will take a second. Let's see, what's the other quest? It wants us to make a mana pool and a mana spreader. How bad is a mana spreader? We're gonna need both of these. Just a petal and a piece of gold, plus 6 mana, or living wood. So let's come over here, grab a piece of gold. I also want a little bit of iron. Because one of the next things that we're going to need a lot of is Manasteel. And we'll get into that here soon. We have to start producing mana, though. But here's the living rock. And yeah, simple. Super simple. Let's eat. And we can take a look at the quest book. And we have living rock and living wood. We're gonna get the wand of the forest, which is really nice, so I don't have to make one. And then I want the reward bag. Don't need the full hearts, hopefully. So put that in there, and we have the wand of the forest, a super good item that we'll use soon enough. But solar power. This unlocks 7 quests elsewhere. We need to make day blooms. Day blooms are a little bit more difficult. So day bloom requires yellow, light blue, and orange. Well, we could get all that. So let's do some more quests and see if we don't get anything from them. But let's grab the white flower petal, and yeah, let's come over here. You know what? I have plenty of wood. Let's make another crafting bench. Place it closer to the Botania stuff. Once again, this stuff is going to move eventually, but for now, it's fine where it's at. And we just do something like this, and we get the mana spreader. So that is that part, and then it wants us to make a mana pool. Now, here's the question. That's what I thought. Okay, so this is the old style of mana pools. We have to make the diluted mana pool. We actually need 2 of these. So we're going to need a little bit more stone. And yeah, should be easy enough. So let's harvest some wheat, because why not? And yeah, so in order to make the mana pool, I don't know if it says, we need to get some functional flowers. So let's grab, we have blue, we're gonna need yellow, and we're gonna need orange. So let's just set all of these guys down. And I have some crop sticks. Here's yellow, and here is orange. And I still have bone meal. The quest for the day blooms want us to make just 1. Okay, that's easy enough. So we need 2 yellows, orange, and a blue. So 2 yellows, orange, and blue, and then seeds. I can't forget the seeds. So let's fill this up, and orange, blue, 2 yellows, seeds gives us a day bloom. Now, dayblooms aren't going to be super useful quite yet, but hey, we got 2 more. And then, yeah, a lot of other things. Hold up. This is an old version of... Oh, yes! Alright, so, okay, downside of Botania, because this is an older version of Botania, downside is a lot of things are different. One of the biggest things is diluted mana pools are a thing. You can usually make diluted mana pools with living rock slabs. Also, mana petals are a thing. So those are 2 things that are different now, that are very noticeable. But the other thing that I forgot is any of the passive flowers. So dayblooms generate power from solar power. There are, let's do at Botania. Let's see. Nightshades produce power at night. And then the other one that's kind of notable is hydrangeas produce it from water source. Well, there was a change in the mod that made these 3 flowers a lot weaker by making them decay after a couple of days in-game to kind of force you to make better power sources that aren't passive. So things that would you actually have to, like, so for example, End of Flames is the typical power source. They require some sort of fuel like coal. So it's something that you're not going to have renewable infinitely. But that was changed. But this is an older version. Those still exist as they are. So that makes my life a lot easier. So let's make 2 diluted mana pools. And what we're going to do, let's go sleep real quick. We'll make the hydrangeas later. Like I said, for right now, we're just going to... the biggest thing that I'm trying to do is get Manasteel. Just to complete the Tinker's quest. That is kind of my goal for today, is to complete all the Tinker stuff. To have a section that says complete would be awesome. So, let's grab 2 dirts. 3 dirts. And we can have 1, 2, 3. Now, dayblooms do not like to sit next to each other, so it's good to remember that. Then we're going to take the mana spreader, like so, and we're going to take one of the diluted mana pools, and we're going to set it right here. Now, we need to use the Wand of the Forest. And if you shift right click, change this to bind mode, and we're going to take this and shift click it onto here. And then we're going to bind this guy to here, bind this guy to here, and bind this guy to here. So now these dayblooms are going to slowly produce some power, some mana. They're going to feed it to the mana spreader, which, as you can see, the little green bar is filling up very slowly, and then it will eventually shoot a mana burst at the diluted mana pool. It will take a little bit. And then immediately we're going to, once we have enough mana in here, we can throw the other diluted mana pool in there to get an actual mana pool. Now, what does a hydrangea take? What do you guys require? You require mana petals. Cyan, blue, and then pink. Okay, that's easy enough. So there we go. That just shot a mana burst. Now we have a little bit of mana in here, and it's not quite enough. So we're going to come back to this in a little bit. There's a bunch of different flowers you can make. Orchids are a great boon in a void world. Using some mana can generate common ores in nearby stone. It won't generate anything priceless, but it's better than sifting, maybe. It's kind of cool. It will create ores. It doesn't make emeralds or diamonds, I don't believe, but it's still not terrible. But anyways, let's grab, do we have anything else that's mana? By the way, I got an emerald fragment. Oh hey, we have our Lexa Botania. So yeah, there is basics and all that. Generating for it, yeah, dayblooms. They're very, very slow. About 10 or a dozen should get the job done for now. We'll switch to something else later. Kind of early game is dayblooms. Mid-game is either Endoflames or Hydrangeas, depending on how you want to go. We have a really good tree farm, so we could potentially get charcoal pretty easily and feed flowers through that. And then end game usually is Cakemerus, or if you really want to be crazy, there is the what is it called? I don't even remember what it's called. I don't even know if it's in this version. The Intropinium is also good. It takes power from explosions, but I don't know if... Is it still there? Thermalilies are also good. Oh, it's not in this version, or if it is, we don't have access to it yet. It might be a elven knowledge. It probably is, to be perfectly honest, but I don't see any of the things associated with it. So in newer versions, there's these, not thatch, nope. There are these blocks that are, it's essentially it's called the Game of Life, and it's look it up sometimes because it's really cool. It has very specific rules, but there's a flower that gains power from playing this game, but I don't see any of the items associated with it, so it might not be in this version. Basically, the Game of Life is there's a set of rules, and it depends. A cell block will either expand or die or do different things depending on what's around it, what it can do, and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very specific. So, okay, we have that. Can we get like a couple... Nope, okay. Well, we're going to lose a little bit of mana here, but it's okay. Now let's make sure that's directed to that. And we had the mana pool, probably, hopefully long enough. Yep. We're going to get a mana pump. Oh, that would have worked. Mana pumps, I do believe, if we look in here. Mystical items, natural apparatus. No, it's going to be an item. No. Functional for... it's not an Ender artifact. There is a lot of fun stuff in Botania. Mana manipulation. There we go. This is where it's going to be. Yeah, so mana pumps will transfer mana between a cart and a pool. But I think the mana pumps will also transfer it between like the different stuff, but I don't know. Anyways, so we did that. It wants us to make botanical brewery and all that. Make some runes. Runes are very powerful. And then redstone mana spreader. We'll get into a lot of that later. But the biggest thing right now, let's make some more flowers. So let's get 3 more. So we need 6 of these. And something that I'm going to work on eventually is getting more podzol so that we can get more stuff. And then eventually we'll go ahead and get a lot of flowers and even 10 them. That might be wise. So let's grab 1 more wheat. Let's actually do all 4 because I want to keep even numbers. And alright, so 1 day bloom. I don't know if I can. Hey, you can. You can right click with an empty hand and it will do whatever the last recipe was. And eventually we will get we'll get some cool things to automate this kind of stuff. So 3 more will be nice and good. Let's get some more dirt. And do something like this. This is temporary, just to get some Manasteel. Like I said, we will... Alright, so as you can see, this sees Mana Spreader. If you right-click them, they show you what Mana Spreader they're to. And these are all good. That's what the little check mark... I almost pointed to it with my finger, but that wouldn't have been smart. Anyways, let's get another mana pool. And I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Later, when we start making a lot of mana, we'll use that. But for now, it's okay. So, next thing, let's open the good reward bag. See if we get anything. Tomato seeds, grape seeds, and rice seeds. Cool. And those are normal. Unfortunately, we could get those easily otherwise, but I mean, we already have tomato seeds. We have a lot of tomato seeds, to be perfectly honest, but whatever. Let's throw these in here. I want the cobblestone, please. Thank you. Throw the shears in here. I made some shears just for the fun of it and all that. Alright, so while we're getting mana, let us take a look at some other things. So, one, stone, we can put that over with the rest of the stuff. And yeah. So, sorry, I had an itch. Let's go ahead and place the stone in here. We can harvest these petals every once in a while. And let's see, what can we do? So presumably we've unlocked other quests. There's 7 quests here. Wow. Hey. Agricarnation? Oh, I know what this... this flower will speed up growth of agricraft stuff with mana. It's kind of cool. Not something I really plan on using, but hey, it's something. So we'll have the... oh hey, power conversion, mana flux field. So you can power your whole factories on flowers. I've tried this before. It's not very easy. If we ever want to augment our power production with flowers, yeah, these are not the flowers to do that with. But let's see. We can't quite make any Manasteel. Alright, so I'm going to throw some iron in here. And let's see, what else do we have? Water power, yeah. That was there, I think. Assembly line. Don't see anything new there. Mob hunters. Still gotta kill... Oh, we've completed that before. One of these days we need to kill pigs. I don't know that we have any pigs. Let's run out our little platform and see if we have any pigs. I'm basically waiting for more mana, and I'm gonna go sleep here in a second. It feels like I get some slowdown there, but I don't know. Anything out here? Doesn't look like it. Now, hold on. Does this have anything underneath? No. But we can put stuff underneath. I do need to watch my power, so there's that. But we can harvest all this dirt again, which would be really nice to have. Dirt is kind of a commodity right now. A commodity that I need a lot of. So let's turn our jetpack back off. And F7. Yeah, let's make sure everything's nice and lit over here. But we don't need this dirt. I'm going to keep one here just to keep the grass, but otherwise, we just got a bunch of dirt for free. Well, not for free. It's 35 dirt that we had before. So that's really good. That we will turn into topiary grass and podzol and get a bunch of stuff. So let's go sleep so that the day blooms will continue to do their thing. And the big thing that I want to do now, we need to go get some, we need to level up our pick so we can get cobalt. That is one of the big things, and I want to get some Manasteel. Now, is there anything else? Mystical blood, don't want to get into a lot of that stuff. Plant engineering, for the hoarding. Is there anything we could do here? Solar panels. We could make 300 solar panels. No. Cherry cheesecake. We'll have to do that eventually. But cobblestone madness. That'll be a lot easier in this pack than it has been before. So that's at least one thing. So we have almost a stack of stuff. And yeah, it takes quite a bit of mana to get that. Chocolate milk, B&A, purity. We only need 1,000 pure crystals. So let's take a look at the storage wars. Let's see if there's anything. What is that? Purple heart clock. Okay. Anything that's gonna block extension, advanced block extender. That's gonna unlock a quest somewhere else, and I think I know where and what, but gray bag. So let's see what a gray bag requires. Gray bag is gray wool. I don't know if we need gray. But can't I just dye this? No, it has to be gray. Gray wool. So okay. Let's see if we can't just use normal. So it is string. Just a lot of string. And honestly, didn't we get a bunch of string from something? I honestly can't remember. We don't get to kill spiders all that often. Which is a bummer, but let's see, it's 20 string. Hopefully. And what else does it require? A chest, and that's it. I really am thinking that it's going to be gray that it needs. Alright, so here's a chest. Also, I got a hop seed sapling from sifting. I forgot I was going to mention that. I kind of forgot before. Alright, so if we want gray wool, 8 or just 1 with gray floral powder, gray dye, which is black, and bone meal. Oh wait, I did that wrong. So 4, and then black we could probably use. I do have some ink sacks. Actually, it's only gonna be 2, isn't it? Go ahead and do that. So there's gray. Awesome. So let's pop in here and see if we can't make the gray bag. And awesome. We're gonna get a brown bag for this. Now, I don't think these have anything in them. Now they can only have certain things in them. Bone meal is something for that. I don't know what is going to be configured with that. So satchels are cool, and then backpacks. Backpacks are a little bit more difficult to make. I believe it requires so for example, we need, which one? Diggers. Diggers should be pretty easy. So stone, wool, and string, plus a chest. So I'm gonna throw. Do I have wool in here? I do have some. I'm gonna throw these bags in here because I don't really plan on using them. Don't really see the need. But there's something there. We'll look at the other stuff later. So let's come back to Tinker's Toys and exotic metals. This is going to give us Terrasteel, which is something that's really, really, really nice to have. Terrasteel is super useful in Botania, and it's also a pain to make. Oh my god. Alright, so let's eat a little bit. And hopefully these day blooms are going to give us a little bit more mana here soon. Otherwise, yeah, we'll have to wait for quite a bit. Alright. Anyways, let's go to the Nether. We have our Signalum pick, which is nice and full of durability. Let's go level it up, and then we should be able to mine some cobalt. So hopefully that's the case. If not, I don't know what we're gonna do. But let's head back to the Nether. There are gas. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of work here. Yeah, lots of work. So our pick needs to hit almost 400 more blocks. So you know what? Let's just come over here and do one of these. And then something like this. Luckily we have a lot of speed on this. Actually makes it kind of nice. And just kind of chew through everything. And how close are we now? Almost there. About 100 blocks more. Now granted, we have a lot of stuff now. A lot of netherrack. I hate those guys. But that's okay. Beats just like setting in the overworld and farming a cobblestone gen. But I mean, that is a thing we could have done. I'd rather just kind of clean out the nether a little bit. So how close are we? Almost there. And then once this levels up, we should be able to go mine cobalt. At least that is the hope. And if that's the case, then awesome. We are good to go for a lot of things. Namely, hey, there we go. Level up. So let's get out of here. We have cobalt level. So now I just have to remember where the cobalt is. It's this way. There's quite a bit of it over here. So let's go get some. And that's going to split into a bunch of little spiders. I hate that. So creepy. But the actual spiders are not that bad. Eventually, here soon, we're going to be making some really good tools. And we're going to need this flame string for that. It's a little bit better than normal string, is what it says. But we're going to need the flame string for a crossbow. Ow. Alright, let's see. More cobalt. Might as well get a decent amount of it. And I'm not really going to look for any more right now. One of these days I will just kind of mine the nether for all of its precious ores. But today is not that day, so let's head back. We'll smelt this up and get some cobalt. So, cobalt and ardite makes manulin. And I know we're going to need that, so let's throw in a piece of cobalt there. And I will get more in a moment, but let's throw all this stuff in here. We have, see, all this stuff goes over here. I've got a little bit of an organization going on, but not much. We have 7 blocks. We need a lot of blocks of redstone. We might have enough, but I don't think we're going to worry about that today. So we have plenty of flame string. Honestly, we have a lot of materials we're going to need for what I want. So, I mean, there is a thing. Let's put 1 piece of ardite in here to cook up. And this is going to give us 2 pieces of cobalt We'll cast one out, and we only need one, so there we go. We get 2 more cobalt ores. I'm going to put that in here. And then that unlocks the last quest, which unlocks 1 quest elsewhere. So we need 1 manulin ingot, which as soon as this melts, it should combine for 1 ingot. I do believe it is 1 of each to 1 manulin, so 1 ardite, 1 cobalt gives you 1 manulin. Kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Luckily, they're not like super rare things to find, but they're rare enough. But anyways, we have a nice pick. It's gonna work for us for most of this map. So, oh no, it does produce 2. Cool. So that's good to know. But we get this nice, pretty purple ore that is gonna be super useful later. And it didn't detect. And we're gonna get 2 more of that, and it's gonna unlock a quest somewhere else. So the only thing now we need is the Manasteel, so let's hope that we have it. Something I want to see, there is an item called a Black Lotus. Yeah, you can't get them. Black Lotuses are really cool for Botania. If you throw them in a mana pool that already has some mana in it, it will put more mana in it. The Lotus disappears and becomes like a boost of mana. That's something that we'll experience in another map, but not this one. Unfortunately, they're a little difficult to get. I believe you can get the Black Lotuses in Dungeon Loot, and there is a way to get Dungeon Loot, but hey, we can get the Manasteel. And we're going to get Terrasteel for that. So Tinker Toys is completed. I'm going to put the Manasteel in here, so Terrasteel and then Elementium. Actually, Terrasteel can kind of go off by itself. We'll see. Let's switch this around. And yeah, for right now that can go there, but it's kind of its own thing. But Terrasteel is super useful. Probably one of the biggest things that's used for, other than the Gaia Spirit ingots, it's actually the nuggets themselves are used to make the Elven Gateway core and Natura pylons. You need 2 of these and 1 of these in order to unlock the elves, and that is exactly 1 Terrasteel. So getting that early is going to be super nice. But let's see. Probably doesn't have any other things. So let's take a look real quick. So we need topiary grass. I'm going to get that. We need to go to different dimensions. That's going to be a while. Sky Farm. Don't see anything new, but we have plenty of things to do there. Storage Wars, yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do. Power, assembly line, mob hunters. So slime generation and then slime slaying. We gotta kill 10 slimes. That's not too bad. We really need to go take on the terrible, the butterflutter. I think that's going to be one of the next things we do, as well as we're going to pop down here and we're going to make some stuff in the QED next time, I think, and upgrade our power just a bit. So yeah, we'll probably need more lava production, but we can produce more power. That'd be awesome. We have adequate powers now, but not enough. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off here. We got a lot done. We did beginnings of Botania, and we got the Tinker Toys all completed. So that's good by me. So next time we are going to further progress. We might make a weapon to take on Butterflutter, and honestly, I think the next thing is to just kind of complete power quests. Specifically, we're going to be going after the multiplying power with the culinary generator and kind of going from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!